Welcome to the DIY Faux Fur Pom Pom tutorial. I'm going to be taking you through each of the 4 steps to make your own pom pom. Before we get started, let's get all of our materials out. We have the instructions, the faux fur, white spheres, snap fasteners, needles, and thread. I will be showing you how to make the dark colored pom pom, and you will have 2 pom poms to create in your kit. Let's get started with step 1. For step 1, I have taken a pair of scissors from home, cut a length of the white thread, and threaded it onto the needle. I've also tied a knot in the very end of that thread to keep it in place. Now to start step 1, you're going to use running stitches. I have my circle of faux fur here. I'm going to make sure that I have the fuzzy side down, and I'm going to start sewing running stitches all around the edge of the faux fur fabric to create a circle. And we're going to gather it as we work to create a bowl, which we will then place the white sphere into. So to do a running stitch, I'm going to first pass my needle through, starting on the top. And then I'm going to come back up through the fuzzy side to the top. And it doesn't matter too much whether these stitches are very evenly spaced because it's just for gathering. So don't be too particular about it. And then you're going to keep doing through one side, down the other, to form running stitches, which look like straight lines going across. So I'm going to continue all around the edge, making sure that I am gently pulling as I go along to start to gather it up. And I'm going to continue this all the way around the edge of the circle. I've just made my way back to the beginning of the circle, and you can see before I start to pull it tight, the stitches look like little lines through. For step 2, take one of the white spheres, put it in the center of that bowl you created with the faux fur, and we're going to start pulling on that edge of the thread that we used to sew the running stitches to gather it up around that white sphere. You might have to push that white sphere down a little bit to get it to fit in. Try to be pretty gentle when you pull on this. You don't want to have to re-sew the running stitches if you pull on the thread. So just give some gentle tugs and work that white sphere into the center. And once you have completed that, then you're going to move on to step 3 and secure the gathered fabric with a knot. So we're going to take that edge of our running stitch that we did. I'm going to grab onto the opposite side. This will really help me secure the knot. I'm going to grab onto the opposite side by putting the needle through, coming back up, and before I pull it all the way through, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this loop that's remaining, twist it, and pass my needle through that loop. And then I'm going to keep tugging, tugging, tugging until it feels secure. I'm going to do another knot just for some extra security. I'm going to pass through again, opposite side, pull the thread until a loop remains, twist that loop, put the needle through the center of that loop, and then pull it nice and tight. And I'm going to keep pulling, pulling, pulling. And then I'm going to take that thread that's attached to the needle, create a loop close to where the pom-pom is, put that needle through the center of the loop, and then try to push that knot as close down to the pom-pom as I can. For step 4, you will be sewing on the snap fastener to the pom-pom. I have a thread already attached with the needle to sew on this snap fastener. Now I'm going to be sewing it on with the indented side up. and I'm just going to place it right in the center of the pom-pom. I have the thread already attached, and I'm just going to gently poke through the pom-pom, making sure I try to keep my fingers clear so I don't accidentally poke myself. And I'm going to go through those holes on the outer edge. I'm going to do up and over, those are called whip stitches, to attach the snap to the pom-pom. Making sure I pull each stitch tight to secure the snap fastener to the pom-pom. I'm going to work all the way around. I've made it back to the beginning, to the very first stitch where we attached the snap. And now I'm going to go through that final one more time. I'm going to leave a loop, twist it, put the needle through the center of the loop, pull on that needle tight, and then I'm going to just tie a knot close to the pom-pom by creating a loop, passing the needle through, pushing down on that knot to keep it as close to the pom-pom as possible. And then I'm going to put the needle through, push it up through the center of the pom-pom, pull the thread through, take a pair of scissors, and trim it off. And now your pom-pom is ready to be used.